Before I start, first I want to fix it so I can actually see. I put some slips of paper around on some of the tables, and I have some more. If people are interested, the third weekend in May, I'm helping to organize a performance art show down in Cincinnati, in College Hill. There's more information about it here. And if you like interesting dance and music and writing, be there. It'll be the week after the May Creativa. Now, if I had been organizing the program tonight, I would have fixed it so I didn't have to follow the Factory Street Dance Group. I would have put them after me because they're very intimidating. But anyway, so I missed a couple of months. I had another commitment in February that I couldn't be here. And in March, I was sort of coming out of the tail end of a sinus infection, and I was sort of better, but I still didn't feel great. But so the last time I was here was in January, and someone who was here that evening read a poem called Behind Closed Doors. And it kind of inspired me to write my own Behind Closed Doors poem. The person who read that poem said that she was mainly influenced by Edgar Allan Poe and Dr. Seuss. I started writing without a thought of either of those writers in my head, but realized as I was going along, I started to see influences of both. I think from Edgar Allan Poe, I took some of the atmosphere of dread and paranoia that you find in his stories. And from Dr. Seuss, I took some of the tone of humor and whimsy. So when you combine those two, the comic on one side and the morbid on the other side, you get a very peculiar and kind of ambiguous tone, which I sort of like. Also, I think from Dr. Seuss, I took the idea of a kind of repetitive theme and variation structure where details keep accumulating as the work goes along. And which I sort of do a lot anyway. So I don't know what else, maybe Charlie Rich, I don't know. That was one of my wife's favorite songs back in the late 70s or early 80s whenever it came out. She's not a particularly country and western fan, but she liked that song. Anyway, this is called Behind Closed Doors. Behind closed doors, children are biting the heads off rodents. Behind closed doors, the entire population of China is boiling an octopus in the residue of their own uncomplicated tears. Behind closed doors, a group of sinister dentists is designing an atomic bomb that can fit into a pair of dentures. Behind closed doors, naked high school girls are praying to the corpse of a 19th century heretic. Behind closed doors, the mummies of recollection are coming back to life. Behind closed doors, Khrushchev and Stalin are plotting the downfall of Abbott and Costello. Behind closed doors, certified accountants are wrestling alligators in a vat of opium. Behind closed doors, striptease dancers are drinking spoonfuls of ketchup straight from the bottle. The industrial workers of the world are holding their next to last meeting behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, theoretical anarchy is brought to earth on the wings of exterminating angels. Behind closed doors, we have stockpiled dead flowers and obsolete medical textbooks. There are condoms and test tubes and pitchforks behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, the entire inventory of a burning warehouse. When we want to smoke Spanish cigars or dance around without any clothes, we do it behind closed doors. No one will see you behind closed doors. No one will know how many political deals you have made or how many bad checks you have written using your sons' and daughters' blood for ink. Behind closed doors, women copulate with pigs for the entertainment of illegal immigrants. Don't turn your back on anyone behind closed doors. Animal sacrifices, satanic rites, and magic shows performed by men in clown shoes are some of the other entertainments that go on behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, ruthless auto mechanics are riding roughshod over Girl Scout cookie girls who came to their houses with pigtails and machine guns. Behind closed doors, the price of gasoline has risen to $19 a teaspoon. Behind closed doors, police are interrogating a suspected ventriloquist. A Pakistani fish merchant is stuffing tea leaves into a suitcase behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, airport security officers have detained a 70-year-old nightclub comedian on suspicion of causing laughter at the taxpayer's expense. Behind closed doors, the Holy Sisters are playing strip poker with little girls from the trampoline school. Behind closed doors, the beauty pageant winners are applying lipstick to their armpits. X-ray machines malfunction, footballs are fumbled, and trains are derailed behind closed doors. Dogs attack their masters, and masters beat their slaves behind closed doors, doors that are always closed. Behind closed doors, the face of confusion looms in every looking glass. Behind closed doors, the door closers are busy closing doors. Behind closed doors, the vowels are fornicating with the consonants, and nouns are fornicating with the verbs, giving birth to poems and prayers and the punchlines of inevitable jokes. Thank you.